Okay guys, my name is Lord Tommy. Welcome again to another Sonic the Hedgehog toy item collectible review. As you know, I'm Lord Tommy with the blue steel, good old Sonic the Hedgehog. It's pretty weird that I almost start off with a torso shot of sorts, but yeah. Anyway, let's get into the actual review because that's what we're here for. Now, there's pretty much not a whole lot to say about this, but I'm just going to do as best I can, simply because it's almost the end of the year. This is the official 2014 calendar, or the official Sonic the Hedgehog official 2014 calendar. That's what I'm going to call it. Essentially, for whatever reason, a company which I've yet to actually identify, Pyramid Internationals, that's what they are, that's what they're called, decided to license Sonic and make calendars of it. I'm pretty sure they started in 2014. I'm yet to be proven wrong. Of course, if you have, if you know otherwise, please let me know so we can be well informed. But they started off in 2014 and they released a new one, which is a 2015, which I have gotten as well. I figured I might as well pick them both up, just to show you guys what's currently out there in terms of the merchandise-esque sort of, Sonic the Hedgehog stuff. And just, I don't know, can you really say this is part of collection? Maybe, maybe not, who knows. Alright, let's get into it, shall we? Now, this did come in a very, like a foil of sorts to keep it intact, and there was this actual cardboard that was inside to keep it very hard and stationed. Now, the one major complaint that I have, especially if you're a collector of sorts, or if you want to collect this, is this material or whatever it is. This is a very thin paper. It's so flimsy, like you can already tell there's like slight indents to it. And this actually came, for the most part, brand spanking new, but then it was just, I literally just picked up from a corner and buried it. I'm just like, okay, why? And if I've tilted here, you can see maybe just a line going down there. It's flimsy, but then again, it's meant to be, I would imagine, disposable for the most part. So this is the front, pretty standard, pretty mediocre. You have a picture of good old Sonic the Hedgehog. You won't see him much, simply because as you go through the months, he's probably going to be the last one. And if you flip it around, you just have everything else that's pretty much it's going to come inside with it, and the various pictures and whatnot. And it gives you slight, I wouldn't say trivia, but it gives you information at the very bottom. Of course, I live in Australia, so certain dates won't coincide with certain things, but it is what it is. But yeah, and at the very bottom, you'll see, wrong side, Pyramid International, and you have the bumper there. Pretty awesome, pretty epic, pretty nostalgic. So that's that. So without further ado, I'm going to go through all the pages, just to show you what's out there. It's just not a mediocre calendar. I'm just going to show you the best that I can. And of course, at the very beginning, you have the stock standard 4 characters. I would have preferred Eggman or Dr. Robotic, but seeing as they threw in classic Amy, I kind of like, you know what, that's not bad. So you have, of course, Tails, Sonic, Knuckles, and you have good old Amy Rose. Pretty stock standard there. I know I'm going to repeat that a lot, but it is what it is. So you have all those various months. I would imagine, based on these months that I'm looking at now, that this was released earlier than 2014, simply because it covers these sort of months. But yeah, alright, so that's that. Nothing too crazy there. The next image is a retro picture of good old Dr. Robotnik running after Sonic the Hedgehog. Quite weird, with Tails there and a Buzz Bomber shooting him, because we all know that Tails tends to have an invincibility spells of sorts and resurrects. And you have Stu Unstoppable. I would imagine it's the opposite around, but pretty awesome, pretty nostalgic and whatnot. At the very bottom, you have a copious amount of things. You could put notes like birthdays and all that, and it has, of course, different dates like Wednesdays and all that sort of stuff. So, and you have, of course, emeralds. It has small, what is at the very bottom? It has first New Year Day, second holiday Scotland. It's got various months that coincide. It has Martin Luther King Day, which we don't have in Australia, but it has various holidays and whatnot to represent, of course, whatnot. So I would imagine this is for America and Europe or the UK. I would only imagine. But I like how they threw in small little bits like emeralds and bumpers and balls and all that sort of stuff. So that's that. The next one, I Hate That Hedgehog. Classic in the Sonic universe. For those who've taken notice of the franchise in its whole entirety, that tend to be one of his catchphrases in the earlier generations. Not so much now, it's for whatever reason, but yeah. Once again, pretty stock standard, and I'm going to repeat that. I'm going to probably get flanked for that, but hey, it is what it is. So yeah. So pretty much the bottom half is just a mask with the corresponding days. The only difference is the emeralds and rings and whatnot are positioned in different areas. It's got an S, which I would imagine signifies super or some sorts. So I'm not going to focus too much on the bottom because it's pretty much the same in every single page. Only difference is it just mixes slight things around. You have, of course, Sonic the Hedgehog. This is pretty good from an artistic point of view for those who want to draw him and try and blend it in, which I think is pretty badass for the most part. Next one, this is how I actually like this. There was a shirt once upon a time that I had this released. Never picked it up, oddly enough. I don't know why. I don't have much Sonic shirts. Pretty awesome. Next, faster than the speed of sound. Some could argue differently, but it is possible. Kind of retro feel to it. Not bad, not bad. Pretty adorable for those Tails lovers. I can see why Tails is pretty cute. If they made a plushie or a statue or anything of this nature with this pose, I think it would sell dramatically. But that's obviously my 2 cents. Time to fly, of course. Standard Sonic and Tails jumping over the crab meat. Yep, this picture in particular is pretty awesome in my honest opinion. August, and this is when it's my birthday, August. You have good old Knuckles, Sonic, Tails, and Dr. Eggman. This pose is... I'm going to see if I can get a shadow made out of this, to be honest. I like this one. No time for games, Knuckles. Favorite character. I've said that a few times. Love him, of course. Classic Sonic dying in the Dead Deep. Pretty awesome. Okay, it's interesting. So far we have 3 iterations of Amy's. We have Classic, we have Modern, and we have the Sonic Boom universe. I guess you want to argue the Archie one as well, but it is what it is. Have no fear. Pretty adorable. She first appeared in Sonic CD. Surprise, surprise, trivia for those who do not know. The world is mine. Awesome. I love how they fuse the retro aspect to the modern aspect, and you have Sonic and Knuckles. Fun little trivia. When I first took him on, I actually thought this was Sonic's brother in the Scrap Heat Zone, I think he was, or the Scrap Yard Zone. No, Casino no Zone. No, it was the first Sonic the Hedgehog game. I forgot what zone. I actually thought it was his brother, and I tried literally to talk to him, but then he killed me. No surprises there. And we hit the very bottom. And look, it's an interesting little poster for the most part. I just purely bought it just for aesthetics purposes, just to show you guys what's currently out there and whatnot. I will show you the 2015 calendar, of course. But yeah, it's a nice little piece. It cost me about 25 bucks all up, including shipping. A little pricey for a flimsy-esque sort of poster. Like, I'm not going to bother buying another one. I'm going to keep this as it is, and that's all. Rarity 1 star out of 10. I would imagine as the years go by, simply because of the date, it will become rare. So who knows, this must become the most infamous, rarest item in the future. Or it could be just your stand old, boring poster. I mean, not poster, but kind of dumb. Anyway guys, tell me what you think about this. I got this from eBay. Couldn't find this in Australia. No surprises there. Australia's pretty much duped with a lot of merchandise, so a lot of the stuff I get from overseas, which is not bad. I would hope to maybe make a Sonic Australia convention, not to brag with my collection, but just to, you know, bring friends and family and all that sort of stuff together. Well guys, tell me what you think of this character. Do you have it? Don't you like it? What's your thoughts on it? Who knows? Thank you so much for checking out this review guys. Speed on and take care.